What's up, witches? Alright. Yeah, I went back to the desktop mic here. I just didn't like the way the headset mic was sounding. I'm gonna probably download Equalizer or something. I'd really like to make it sound better because I'm not a huge fan of the big desktop mic here just being in my way. And it is really kind of in my way right here. Taking up a lot of room. Was gonna do some Overwatch tonight too, but Overwatch can't seem to get its shit together. So I guess we're gonna do Fortnite. My wife probably wants to play, and I know she doesn't like Call of Duty, and a new season started on Fortnite, so we got new stuff to grind. So hey, why not do some Fortnite? Revisit some Fortnite. Got some new season stuff to play with. So it'll be a fresh experience. Well, it's something I can turn my brain off, not to take too seriously. And Miss Tarantula Spider. Yeah, you can join. I mean, we can get up to teams of 4. My usual crew isn't here yet. Teammates aren't present. Pretty sure Icy's still at work. So, the wife will be in here soon. And that'll, still leave room for one more if anybody else wants to join. Speaking of getting their shit together, though. I had a lot of stuff on my mind today, stream. Everyone watching. And it got me thinking. Do you have your shit together? I mean, sit down and think about it. Really, I was at work today, and I watched just customer after customer come in, and I'm talking these are old people. These are people whose my name's Death Witch on everything. But these are my Fortnite's updating right now anyway, so it's gonna be a minute before we can play. So while we're waiting, I will just kind of have a real talk moment with everybody, like. Okay, well, my Fortnite's updating anyway, so no rush. But turn on your Xbox and find out. Or I'll turn on my Xbox and find out, I guess. Guess I can do that while I'm having my conversation. But it got me thinking: do you have your shit together? Do you know how many people I saw come into work today? I mean, these are grown individuals. These are people whose lives have already gone down their designated path, so to speak. And they clearly didn't have their shit together. I'm talking people in their 50s, 60s, 9 a.m. in the morning, grabbing wine or 40-ounce bottles of alcohol, just looking like they just rolled out of bed. And to start their day with alcohol, clearly not happy with their lot in life. Are you happy with yours? Because on my lunch break, I checked my Credit Karma app, and when I moved into this apartment, when we downgraded from the house we were renting into an apartment so that we could save money, I set my mind to a goal right then and there. I said, you know what? I'm going to move into this cheaper place, and I'm going to spend next year getting my shit together, fixing my credit, getting on track to buy a home instead of rent one, and go ahead and plant roots in that happily ever after. And I'm pretty close to my goal. Now, it's taking me close to 2 years. I would have made my goal in 1 year, but the IRS decided to try to fuck me on my taxes. So I had to spend the better part of a year taking them to court so that I could get my tax refund check, which was a big part of my plan to get shit together, to pay off debts, and to, I planned out that entire year. Now, I won that case. I took the IRS to court. We settled outside of court, and they agreed that I was right. They dropped their suit. They did whatever they could do to avoid me taking them to court over this. And they gave me my tax refund, which I then used to pay off my bills and proceed with my plan. It just, I had to renew this lease while I was waiting for that money, so I ended up stuck here for another year. But the point is, I did do what I set out to do. And my credit has gone from no credit whatsoever. Never had a credit card, never had any kind of credit. I went from 0 credit, which is worse than bad credit, mind you, because you have no credit history. So you're just a wild card, and they consider that worse than bad credit. Bad credit, they know where they stand with you, and they know where they can advise you to fix it. With nothing, you've got no history. They don't know what you're going to do. So that's worse than bad credit. So I went from no credit whatsoever to being 10 points right now away from in the good, the green area of credit. And under 2 years, by the time I hit that 2-year mark, by the time this lease is up, I'll be at good credit. So I'll be in line with my plan. Actually, ahead of where I wanted my plan to be. I won't have to put as much money down to get that house. So I ended up in the good. And it had me thinking, how many people have got their shit together? And if you haven't, what is stopping you? You know, I put this off. You know, learn from my example, stream. I put this off way longer than I should have because I'd been told my whole life how credit cards can ruin your life, and I avoided them like the plague. Like I was given some bad advice as part of my upbringing when it came to credit, and that affected the rest of my life. My financial decisions, my professional decisions. Like I was just given bad advice, and kind of left in a spot now that I'm an adult with no credit history that I thought I'd never be able to, quote unquote, get my shit together and get that taken care of. I thought this would take way longer than it did, and the fact that I was able to put a plan into motion, stick to it, and go from 0 to good in under 2 years made me go, my God, if I had done this 10, 15, 20 years ago, where would I be right now? This is not as hard as it seems. And that's kind of what I'm here to tell you, chat. That's what I'm here to just remind everybody of. That getting your shit together, getting yourself on that path to the life you want, it may not be as hard as you think. It just takes a little knowing what you want, knowing the path to get there, and then the willpower to just stick to it. So I propose the question to all of you. I found my path. I found what I wanted. I did everything I've set out to do. Credit being the last thing to fix. But if I can fix my credit at my age, it's never too late to do all those other things. It's never too late to go back to school, to quit a bad habit, quit smoking, to fix your body. It's never too late to hit the gym. It's never too late to do all of those things. I know that you reach a certain point in your life, like I did, where I felt like, it's too late now. And then it's easy to get complacent, to get content where you're at, and to just say, this is my lot in life. But what's your breaking point? At what point is enough for you? And I've had a lot of enough moments in the last couple years. And each time I've reached that point with said thing I've had enough of, that I finally decided to change it, I've got a little better each time. So it has me thinking, like, how much more can I change? Like you start this wheel rolling. You start this machine rolling. And with each thing you overcome, it starts to run smoother. It becomes a more well-oiled machine. When you start putting those things that are dragging you down behind you. When you have the willpower to do it, and with each thing you overcome, the next thing becomes easier. It becomes, that in itself becomes habit forming. So what's your breaking point? Real question for everyone watching, because I've had several. Like, what would it take to make you change what's holding you back right now? And if you have nothing holding you back right now, if you're where you want to be, then what was the point that made you end up there? Maybe you're blessed. Maybe you're one of those people who were just on that path to begin with and things worked out for you. And that's great if you're one of those people. But for some of us, it takes work. It's easy. It's a lot easier to give up than it is to just power through. But promise you, power through, it's worth it. Yeah, real talk. I was having a moment since I'm waiting for... Looks like the Xbox is updated. My computer's updated now. Well, I was waiting for Fortnite to update so me and my wife could play. I don't know. It was just something I got to thinking about today as I looked and I thought to myself, just kind of reflected over the last 2 years since I moved in here. Hell, last couple years. How much happier I am now because I made that first change. Because I said enough was enough and I found the motivation. Granted, it wasn't a positive motivation. Like, shit had to hit the fan for me, but I found that motivation and I just never stopped pushing. Like a man on a mission. And at first that mission was to just prove somebody wrong. And then when I reached that point and I realized that person doesn't matter, I'm probably never going to talk to them again anyway. Then I started doing it for me. Kids, for my wife, for my family. And, I just kept finding one reason to motivate myself after another. I started finding less reasons to give up or to stop than I did to go forward. And I saw people coming into work that looked like they never found that reason. And they just gave up a long time ago. And I saw a dude come in that looked shockingly like myself if I were 15, 20 years older. And he just, the guy looked rough. Guys, he looked rough. He was wife beater, 9 a.m., wife beater, dirty pants, dirty hair. Looked like he didn't, I'm not even sure if he went to sleep last night. Maybe he slept on the road. It just looked like he had given up on life. And he came in to buy 3 bottles of the cheapest wine he could get off the bottom shelf. And a couple 40s. It looked like his entire goal for the day was to escape reality by any means necessary, and that he didn't look like he cared if he lived or died. I don't know, I had a moment where I was like, that could have been me. It's kind of scary to see that window into the future, and to see that it's not where you'd want to end up. I don't know, it was just kind of a reminder that I'm glad I'm glad shit hit the fan when it did, because I could have been unlucky enough to end up like that. So. Well, I guess what I'm really trying to say, guys, is I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're all here. I want everybody here to be happy and healthy and end up where they want to end up. And I want us to continue to stream and hang out together well into our old age in our nice big houses with our picket fences, or your condo or your fancy apartment or whatever your dream house is. I want us all to go through this journey together. I'm here for you, chat. You need some real advice. I know I look young, vibrant, healthy. I promise you I'm not as young as I look. I've never revealed my age on stream, and nobody's ever been able to guess it. But, let's just say whatever it is you think you're going through, I've probably already been there. And I came out the other side, I can help you too, Just here to share the wisdom. That's all. And help you take a load off. You know? Help you relax. Put a smile on your face at the end of what may be a long day. Or the beginning of a bright one. Whatever it is, let's play some Fortnite. Just a friendly customer service reminder. Just a friendly PSA. There we go. Got your invite there, Miss Tarantula. Welcome to the squad. Let's see what's going on this season. What am I in for today?